following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling, prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We're here 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. The Bulls are focusing on getting this thing green, folks. They're doing a pretty good job of it, too. Accept others the way they are. You cannot change other people. To try to change them to fit what you want them to be is like trying to change a dog into a cat into a horse. They are what they are, and you are what you are. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 28. NASDAQ off 20. S&P's down 5. Gold contract up $2.30, trading at $12.81 an ounce. Silver, $17.03 an ounce. Light sweet crude down $1, $55.75 a barrel. We're going to have the API numbers out 4:30 this afternoon. We'll see where that's shaking and baking. Copper down 5.5 pennies at $3.05 a pound. Light sweet crude. Oh, I did light sweet crude. Notes, 10-year note up 4 ticks, 124.24. 30-year bond up 14 ticks, 152.27. Now, that's this magic number, the 124.24 in the 10-year, folks. If we get over and we take a look at that 10-year, what you're going to see is this. The 10-year is coming into the highs of the lows of the last swing, meaning in October. Thus far, you rejected it. And just barely, bottom line, you're getting a rejection. You have dramatically lighter volume. We're coming into... We've done 1 million contracts thus far. This baby is coming into 2 million contracts. So this is a nice little setup. You know, we'll see whether it can close at or over this 124.24 level. We take a look at the 30-year. 30-year yesterday was giving us an inclination that bottom line was going to reject it. Reason being is that the 30-year just didn't get down to the highs of the lows. The 30-year, they got to a 152.01, where it's 151.22, approximately 10 ticks lower. 30-year today, you go top side again. Bottom line, this is a nice little setup. This setup is saying 30-year wants to go to the 154.26, which is the high of last week. And when we broke the downtrend, which we did on October 12th, that's saying that the 30-year wants to get up to 158.09. So, big numbers. Now, King Dollar. What do we have with King Dollar? The seller's back in King Dollar. King Dollar one-way trip today, down 642 ticks, 648 ticks. You've done 26,000 contracts. And bottom line is that with King Dollar, you can actually make the case that what it has just done is that it just broke its uptrend with conviction. The uptrend we're talking about is the first dead cat bounce that it had since April of 2016. September 8th, we made a low out here of $90, 90.795. You go top side, guess what? You're slicing this baby, dicing this baby with volume today, and that's saying, number one, you want to go after the low again, which is 90.781, and more than likely what you have when you take this back a bit, you put on a continuous contract. It looks like a very large ABC structure on the way down, and what's sticking out like a sore thumb are the 88 marks from the highs of 2008 as well as the high of 2010. The 8 point on this would be the 103, which is the high that was generated on January 3rd. Your B would be the 90. Let's call it 91. So you get $12. Your C is up here at 98, which gives you 86. So it's going to be pretty wild watching this whole thing shake out. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here. You have GE down $1. You have Roco down $5. You have, let's see, Mattel is up 96 cents. Freeport McMoran is off 60 cents. You have Apple down $1.96. TJ Maxx is off $3.24. Dick's Sporting Goods is down $1.12. We go over to good old General Electric, and General Electric is making its way fast and furious, folks, down to the highs of the lows of 2011. We're at $17.96 right now. You take a look at this, and bottom line, it already blew away its high volume low of $19.37. And what's sticking out like a sore thumb now is that high of the low. So that's $11.35. Now, the way this shakes out, too, by the way, folks, the markets themselves like to, when you have a high volume low like this, many times they like to just come down to the high of that, because it's very hard to break that. That, on a monthly basis, folks, had 5.9 billion shares. So that is one big number. That being said, we've already done 267 million today. Yesterday, you did, what did we do yesterday? My God. Yeah, let me pull this up. It was a monster out here. Talk about, well, look at this. Yesterday, we did 261 million. Today, we did 267 million. The float on this is, it's 8.6 billion. There's plenty more to be done there, no doubt. Inside the Dow Industrials, let's take a look inside the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness. Strength out here today. Inside the Dow, as you get Home Depot, that's putting 14 positive points. United Technologies putting 12. 3M's putting 8. Taken away from it, Goldman's got a negative 16. Apple a negative 13. DuPont negative 12. Inside the NDX 100, let's go take a look at the NDX. What you have inside the NDX. Strength out here is Vodafone, that's up 5.6%. Western Digital's up 3.5%. Marriott is up 1.9%. Taken away from it, JD.com is down 5.9%. You get Discovery off 4%, and you get Sirius Satellite down 3%. We go take a look at the silver contract. What do we have with silver? Silver contract out here trading at a price point of $17.30, and 3 cents rather. Nice setup. I like this setup. We got down to $16.86 today. You've done 72,000 contracts. You're at the highs of the day right now. It's still flat. Bottom line, you're at the highs of the day. This baby has volume up at 1727 from last week. I suspect what you're going to see, this thing wants to break topside, get into this $18.29 level. We take a look at some of the commodities out here. You have nickel is up 3%. You get orange juice up 0.5%. Lots of the commodities, folks, which is really intriguing out here, are in the red today. And they're in the red with the dollar getting smoked, which is very unusual. You stay right there, folks. Come back with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, growling and prowling with you. Dow down 35, NASDAQ off 20, S&P's off 5.5. Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. We want to know what's going on in your world and the world of TFNN, folks. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the first hour. And as we come over to TFNN, folks, you are going to see right on the front page the opening call subscriber event, November 20th. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Guess what? Anticipation of what is going on in 2018. Pretty intense. We're coming to the end of 2017. Bottom line, November 20th, 5 to 6 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get to understand, can high tech continue to lead? Will the financials be impacted by yields? The chance for inflation, deflation, the dollar and gold's longer-term outlook, autos, real estate, the socioeconomic political nuances in the next phase, worldwide stock market euphoric. Okay, all of the above, folks. You can come over, you can test drive Basil's newsletter, 1 month, absolutely free. You get in the workshop. It's November 20th, 5 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Very good, thank you.
So,
yeah,
2018, here we come.
Can you believe it? Less than 2
I better
months
stop believing it.
This year just seems to have flown by like whew.
You know what's so weird? So, for some reason, folks, it feels like the crash was just like a couple years ago. And you're talking, when it really started, you're talking 10 years ago, which is just amazing, right?
Yeah, 10 years ago. Yeah. 2007 was the top.
Yeah, crazy, man, crazy.
Unbelievable.
So what are we looking at today?
Well, I think that the timing for this particular webinar is going to be challenging for me, but it's really perfect because it gives us a little lead time to see how the market responds to tax. My contention is that there's going to be a lot of back and forth before anything in the tax area is really going to be finalized. So what we're looking at here is, I'll just start off with the chart that we have in front. The chart shows on the left the daily chart, the weekly chart of the Dow, and the monthly. I'm going to work from the back, from the monthly first. The monthly has this really strong pattern In fact, I'll show it right here. Here's an even better chart. This is the very long-term chart of the Dow. I drew this ages ago. I mean, I'm talking years ago, maybe 2013 or 14. I drew this pattern. I said, there's a particular technique in the Chapman wave methodology I discovered a long time ago when I used to hand chart the stock market. And there was a pattern that I called the stork leg formation. It's just, it's a visual that you have to keep in mind. And what happens is, you know how a stork stands on one leg, and then it's got this oval body, and it's got this long neck, and you think, how on earth can it stand on one leg? It folds the other one up under the body, and the wind can blow, and it's just steady as a rock. And that's a pattern that I had in mind when I thought of this. And then I found that in this particular pattern, when the turnaround comes after the body, that's this oval yellow pattern, is broken to the upside, and that can be anywhere. It can happen just very briefly above the oval, or it can just extend as it has now. Eventually, that's going to turn down, and when it does turn down, it's where the neck, which turns around and becomes the head. Well, it's really the beak, that very long beak that a stork has. How it comes back and retests the oval is the question. What I really wanted to show you is in this very long-term chart going back to the early 2000s is this dashed green line, which held all those previous levels of resistance back in 2003, 2004, 2007, the little double top that made that October high continued. If you just extend that straight along, and this is a diagonal trend line, look what happens. It comes in right here. And as I'm talking to you, that's around about 23,822. We've made a high of 23,602. So for me, what it's saying is that on a very long-term basis, one of the trend lines that had previously been very successful in calling a resistance area as the market was going to highs back in 2007 has continued that. And now it becomes an attractor, like a magnet, and that's the level that we're going to. At the same time, it becomes a chance of a magnet. So now we know that 200 points from the high that we've already made, somewhere in that area, there should be extremely strong resistance. In fact, from where we are to 23,800. So that's the one thing that I'll be discussing. What's the implication of the longer term, and certainly for 2018? But my contention also has to do with other things, like the semiconductors led us up on the way to all the highs this year and all the resistances and pullbacks. Well, the SMHs, we happen to be short the SMHs, made a peak F in the Chapman wave in the daily, and its pullback is holding the 9-period moving average, hasn't gone into that big red candle into the middle part of the body yet. But look at the technicals. They're starting to fail, and they were spectacular. Just 5 sessions ago, they were looking great. So sometimes things can happen very quickly. But most importantly, look at the weekly chart of the semiconductors. Still very strong in leg D/C, and the monthly chart is very strong. So I'm trying to put together what would happen. As you know, I've spoken for quite a few years now about rotational corrections.
Yes.
And that's kind of what we've seen, and that's the reason why we haven't had that 22% correction that we would normally get. We've had very minor corrections, even if you're looking at the Dow.
Man, you get a 22% correction, people are going to be jumping off bridges.
Well, what happened? Don't you think that in the very beginning they won't believe it, because every other decline has been a buying opportunity.
Right.
So that says that if it starts to go deeper, so now you get to 12, 13%, all of a sudden they kind of confused, and now you've got yourself a good few percentages before they turn around and say, oh, I've got to sell, and that creates some kind of a climax.
Right.
That's the traditional way of looking at it. And what I wanted to say is, what I'm doing now is I'm looking very closely at things like the retail, which I'm going to be talking about. I'm talking about the autos, like General Motors. We still have our General Motors long from the 34s, and I think it's in the 43s now. We took one position off for a nice profit. We've kept the core position. But here's the retail index. So you'll see that the retail index just made a very sharp pullback. This is the market vectors retail ETF. made a peak F in the 84.21 yesterday, and today it's down at 83.40. No big deal, but it's the severity of the pullback. It's that it coincides with a little double top in the weekly chart, and it went to a D in the monthly chart. So now what I'm trying to do is to put this together and say, okay, Amazon is still the king. Amazon, if you look at it right now, holding as if nothing's happening. Look at it, sideways up near the all-time highs.
Sure.
So it's still a huge player, and there's everyone. This is the benchmark. This is what Walmart and all the other companies are trying to tackle. It's very difficult once they became entrenched because they created the formula. Now the others have to compete with that.
Right.
So as I'm looking at it, I'm saying, so for this webinar, I'm going to be talking about what happens with yields. And we had a very interesting happen today in the yields with the 5-10-year. The 5-year made it high. That's going to be very interesting. So all of this will be discussed in this webinar.
Folks, come over to our website at TFNN. Go to newsletters, trading newsletters. You can test drive the opening call right here, right now. Basil, have a great one. Have a safe one. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you, Tom. You too.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, let's go to the world of gold. Okay, this has got so intriguing, folks. The intriguing part about this is this. Last Friday, we had at 10 past 11, you had a $5 billion trade. Okay, bottom line, they do huge amount of contracts, 40,000 contracts, bring the baby down $10. Now, $10, folks, okay, is nothing in the gold market. So what that was saying is that, guess what? You have buyers that are sitting there. And, you know, when I was talking, Tommy and I were talking to Kevin Hinks this morning, I heard him say something yesterday. I was on a different program with him yesterday morning. And he was explaining at the very end of it that, you know, you always got to be careful because where those big sellers are, you know, bottom line, they come back. Well, guess what? That seller came back, and that seller came back at 3:10 this morning. And what's so intriguing here is that he or she could not basically break the market again. They came back with another 2 million contracts, 2 million ounces rather, or 21,000 contracts at 3:10 in the morning. And it was like, you got to be kidding me, man. So bottom line, you know, that trade there, monster trade, you know, huge amount downtown, fast, furious, that's 2 million ounces, right? Okay, now check this out. This is how powerful the gold market is right now, folks. That being said, you know, bottom line, if you listen to this morning show, I bought the retracement when it was trying to test it. And then guess what? So you talk about bulls and bears fighting. At 10 o'clock, someone came in and bought 3.5 million ounces of gold. So you had 4 million downtown at 3 o'clock in the morning. They couldn't break the contract. Guess what? Flipped it right around the other side. So this gold market itself is going to get really intriguing, you know, and it's hard to, you know, you don't know, is that a bull or a bear out there? You know, what is that? What you do know is this, is you know that the liquidity is huge right now inside the gold market, because when you can basically eat that many contracts on the way down and eat that many on the way up, it's pretty cool. You know, and what did happen on the buy on the way up, that sent that up $10, as did the sell on the way down. You know, so that's also saying on the other side, there's that many sellers that are out there too. You know, we went from 1273 to 1282 in a split second. It ended up finishing out the high of the day, actually. We're at 1281.90 right now, but at the 1:30 close, you're at 1283. The cool thing is that the way that this is set up now on a daily basis is that you are pushing your swing high now of 1289, and you're pushing that with volume, because thus far we have 338,000 contracts traded. So you're pushing it with volume, so that's saying, guess what? You very well could blow topside. It looks to me that what we're going to get is that the volatility is going to get very high inside the metals market. And if that's the case, if we go back over to the, let's go to the euro for a second. What you're going to see inside the euro, euro took off topside in a big way today. Euro went from a price point of 116 to almost 118. Now what that did also is that broke the whole downtrend that has been in place since the September 8th level. And let's see this, because it looks like to me you got a total reversal everywhere here. Yeah, he had done a 50% retracement. Bottom line is that you can have an ABC structure on the way up, just as the dollar index looks like it's a very large ABC structure on the way down. We get over, and again, we take a look at the, let's go into some of these Dow, let's go into some of these Dow stocks out here. So inside the Dow Industrials right now, you have Caterpillar up 95, you get Coke up 61, Disney's getting hit, that's down $1.50. You get IBM up 42, Johnson & Johnson is down 26. Let's go into, where is Disney? So good old Disney. That's not Disney. So Disney came up, closed its gap yesterday at 106.11. We actually traded to 106.24, backing off again. That's a classic too, by the way. That's a classic of trying to get into the gap. You get into the gap, you touch it, and then you give it up again. Disney's still on this consolidation out here, and the consolidation. Yeah, the bottom of it's 90. The top of it is approximately 116. Let's go take a look at Advanced Auto Parts. So Advanced Auto Parts come out with the numbers. And it's not that they were great numbers, but what they had done is that they cut expenses dramatically. The stock gap's up 18%. Right now, it's up 15%. That being said, there's nothing behind the stock, folks. We hit 102 today. The gap that was trying to get into is actually 106.33. You're giving it up. You don't have enough volume into this move. And when you take a look at this on a longer basis, what you're going to see is that we've gone from $201 and you're at 97 right now. This is going to be this is like a classic that, okay, man, this is just building a much larger ABC structure on the way down. That's because that's how it seems to be set up at this particular point. If we go and we take a look at a few of the others, O'Reilly Automotive, that is up $2. That's trading at $216. And we take a look at this baby, what you're going to see, it's pretty wild. It's going into the same type of gap. This is down from $292 to $216, and what's screaming out here is a 170 high volume low. So that is pretty intense when you get a high volume low at that type of number, meaning so dramatically lower. Let's go take a look at the XAU and the HUI. XAU out here trading down 24 cents, 80.16, and the number that the XAU has to get above, folks, is 80. What it's doing here is this is also testing the highs of its last swing low. I wish it hit 80. Oh, we did. Okay, cool. Yeah, we hit 79.52. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so check this out. So we hit it. The real question is going to be what kind of volume do we get? I won't get that till 8 o'clock tonight. 38 million is the number. Yesterday we did 19 million. So it looks like it's going to be lighter volume. It's going to be a big heads up if it is. The Gold Bugs Index, we take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. The number there is 184.07. We hit 184.14. And this can be the exact same deal. It would have been nice if it got down there, though. Yesterday we did 13.9 million. You're going into 25. The way that both of those are set up, I would say that you are going to have lighter volume, and thus far, you do have a rejection of price. ABX, well, thank God for small and big miracles. Finally, basically tested this high volume swing low of 1380. Get the 1384. You're going to do 6 million shares. That's versus 12. That's a good number. Sellers are gone. And Barrack, stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. So Dow down 57, Nasdaq's off 26, S&Ps are off 7.5. Let's go over and take a look at the XLF first. We'll look at the financials. Financials right now trading 2607. There we go, 2607. Okay, so let's see what we're doing here. It came down. So today you get a sideways move. We haven't tested the high volume low yet of 2589. Yeah, I just missed it. That's okay, so that's going to get tested. 2589 wants to get tested. Let's go take a look at Berkshire. That's still the largest weighting inside the financials. Same type of setup. That's off a high of 190. You're at 182. Yeah, and this very well could be a small ABC down. Okay. So, because what you have here is this, is you got to put this on a weekly for a second, see how it's set up. Yeah, on the weekly it's, well, this could just be pulling back to its breakout. So either way, your breakout area is 177 to 180. That's what it's doing right now. Now, what we did do last week is that you come down off that high with volume of 15 million after making a high of 14. Goldman Sachs, let's take a look at Goldman. Okay, so Goldman is going after its high volume low of 235.19. We've hit 235.63. That's light volume, though. So on the 27th, Goldman had a low of 235.19, 7 million. Now, we didn't hit it yet, and this is where it says, you know, for you bulls in Goldman, this is where it's a danger point, because if you don't hit it, bottom line still wants to test it. Now, what you have now on the bullish side, that being said, you are coming down into it, and you have an expansion of volume in the last few days, but most times, if you're going to blow that apart, you're not going to be down here with 2.5 million. You're going to be down there with 5 or 6 versus the 7. But I suspect it's going to get tested tomorrow. So we'll see how that shakes out. Let me just see. So BAC, Bank of America. Bank of America is down into that high volume low. That was 26.12. We hit 26.08. And that's half the shares, too. Well, these financials are going to get interesting. Okay, you can see what's happening. The sellers are drying up right here. Hasn't held price yet, but the sellers are drying up. JP Morgan, let's go take a look at JP Morgan. Now, this is just the opposite, meaning that this is like a little bit dangerous, actually, because this was trying to get higher today, hasn't been able to hold price. We're at 97.19. Put this on a weekly. Now, on the weekly, JP Morgan is really dangerous because what has happened is that JP Morgan has come off its high with volume. We made a high with 60 million shares. You come off it with 68. Now let's go over to the energy sector. So we have the API numbers coming out at 4:30 this afternoon. Energy is pulling back with an increase in volume, and in fact, it's back inside its lower range. The breakout area, we had broken topside last week on the 6th of November. That's when we went from 68, 87 to 70. Bottom line, you're coming right back inside there, and you're coming back inside with volume. $1.17 right now. You have 12.5 million shares. We take a look at ExxonMobil, XOM. That's down 76 cents. That's going after 82.01. Right now you're at 82.12. Chevron, that's flat. SLB, let's go take a look at Schlumberger. This is getting hit. So this is down 220. This is putting some, yeah, and this is a dead cat bounce. So that got up to 67 last week. You're at 62.83. Put this on a weekly. This is in big trouble. Okay. So this is down from 86. Let me do it this way. This actually looks like, you know what this is? This is intense. Now, this is a complex ABC down. This is a monster, too. Holy cow. So your 8 point is 87. Your B is 62. That's a monster, man. You're talking about 26 points. That's going to give you somewhere in around the 46 mark. We bring this back. And yeah, you break 60. No, we've already broken 66. No, we break 59. We're at 62.81. You break 59, which is a high. If you take a look at this on a weekly, folks, you're going to see this high volume low sticking out like a sore thumb. It's the week of January of 2016, January 29th. This is a problem. There's going to be a big problem inside the XLE. So this is, this is about all oil service companies. Yeah. Big number. They're coming out, next time they come out with their numbers is January 9th. And they did, let's see what they did. Oh, it's quite a downdraft. So 2013, they did $45 billion. This year, $30 billion. They plan on doing $34 billion next year, but the way that is trading out right now, looks like they're going to have a problem doing it. And you're talking about negative growth right across all segments. Middle East is down 4.8%. Europe is down 16%. North America is down 21%. Latin America is down 18%. And that is on a 3-year basis, folks. So that is quite a hit on the downside. No two ways about that. We go take a look at the copper market. HG, let's see what we got with copper. The copper's been volatile in a big way. So you're down 6 pennies. You're at 305. You get some volume, so this thing's going to, yeah. So we're going into 142,000 contracts. You did 132. That's not good. That's saying that, you can test the highs of the last swing low that was out there. That was on the 28th of September. That would give you a test of 299. You break 299, and 290 is going to be coming with you. This is going to be wild watching this shake out. The reason being is that the dollar, folks, is weak in a huge way. Dollar looks like it wants to, bottom line, get down into the 88 area. And if that's the case, it's like, what's wrong with copper? Why can't copper go topside? It's a big number to keep your eyes on. Apple, let's go take a look at the monster inside the NDX still. Apple coming off the highs, and you do have an expansion of volume. We made a high out here with 24 million. You've done 20.9 million right now. This will end up doing about 22, 23, 24, well, probably 24 million. And if you close into this gap, which is going to be really close, that's going to set up that it will go fill the gap. And the top of the gap is 168.50. That's how that is set up right now. So we'll see. Bottom line, if in fact they jam this thing down coming into the close. Dow Industrials right now are down 34. Nasdaq is off 21. S&Ps are off 5.5. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento and John Jameson are teaming up for a live hour-long webinar Wednesday, November 15th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, titled The Hidden Secrets Behind Trading and Investing in Cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are some of the most volatile trading markets in the world right now, and this is a webinar that you will not want to miss. In this live 60-minute webinar, John and Larry will discuss a variety of topics, including where cryptocurrencies trade and how to get started, how to recognize supply and demand in cryptocurrencies, and the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and why knowing this one piece of information puts you in the top 1% of cryptocurrency traders, as well as many more topics. Visit the front page of TFNN.com for all the information and to sign up today for Fibonacci 24/7, and we'll see you Wednesday, November 15th for the hidden secrets behind trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. Basil Chapman has just announced a special subscriber event taking place Monday, November 20th from 5 till 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What can you anticipate for 2018? In this 90-minute webinar for subscribers to Basil's daily trading newsletter, The Opening Call, he will be discussing a variety of topics for the coming year, including, can high techs continue to lead? Will the financials be affected by yields, and where will yields be in 2018? The chances for inflation or deflation? What stocks could be affected or weakened in the coming year, as well as Basil's long-term outlook for the dollar and gold, as well as many other topics. For all the details and to sign up for a 30-day free trial to The Opening Call, visit the front page of TFNN.com today. With nothing to risk, this is a great time to try out Basil's daily trading newsletter. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 32. You get the Nasdaq off 20. S&Ps are down 5. You might as well have a flat market, folks. We get the Dow down 0.1%, S&P's down 0.2, Nasdaq down 0.3. Home Depot came out with some numbers this morning. Home Depot is trading up 238. You're at 167.77. And bottom line is that we get volume behind this move. So this is going to get interesting watching Home Depot to see if it's going to be an ABC structure on the way up on the weekly basis. It looks like it's going to be. And the reason why is that you're going into 19.3 million. The high there is 167.94. We've hit 168, and thus far we already get 16.6 million. If that's what you have, you're talking about the A point is 144, your B is 167, so it's a beauty. 23 bucks, you got 183. Let me bring this back. I think we're already at an all-time high. There we are. And this has been a one-way trade, no doubt. 2011, You're at $28. You're right at $167.89. Actually, this is pretty cool. Yeah, on a monthly, it's this. Oh, see, this is already confirmed ABC up on a monthly. Let me look at this. So, 119. I'm going to call it 120. It's $40. Yeah, oh, this is cool. So check this out. This is a big heads up. Home Depot is an ABC structure up on the monthly. Now you're going to have it on the weekly also. So you have an ABC inside an ABC structure up. You also have almost the same price projection, which is 183 to 184, and you're at 167. So bottom line, up and away. So inside the Dow Industrials, that is going to help the Dow tremendously. The reason being is that right now, I believe that's the leader in the Dow out here today. Yeah, it is. That's putting 17 positive points. Because you can see the higher that price gets, the 167, the Dow is a price-weighted index. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back after the close with some numbers for you. Dow Industrials down 32. NASDAQ is off 20. S&Ps are off 5.5. Coming right back, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been, man?
Not bad. You know, you guys, over the time and with a few of your courses and seminars, you taught me how to fish.
That's a beautiful thing, brother.
Yeah, it's true. And so what happens is I still listen all the time, and to not only you, but some of the others.
Sure.
To, get an idea where the fish might be biting. As far as your services, they're a bargain. When you compare them to a certain prominent man with real estate courses at $35,000 and no contact with the lecturers afterwards at all, and you think of what you guys do for a few hundred, and you can get access and ask questions forever, it's a great deal.
No, we appreciate you growling problem with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. To master love, you have to practice love. The art of relationship is a whole mastery. The only way to reach mastery is with practice. To master a relationship is therefore about action, not about attaining knowledge. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials closed down 30, NASDAQ off 19, S&P's off 4.5, gold contract up $1.50 at $12.80 an ounce, silver $17.02 an ounce, copper down 6.5 pennies at $3.05 a pound. Light sweet crude off $1.28, $55.47 a barrel. We're gonna have the API numbers out for you, folks, at 4:30 this afternoon. Notes, 10-year note up 3 ticks, 124.23. Would have liked to see 124.24. That would have been a rejection of lower price. We have lighter volume. Need another tick higher. 30-year up 17 ticks, 152.30. That is cleared. That rejected lower price yesterday. That's going topside. King dollar. King dollar, folks, getting toasted, getting roasted, down 653 ticks. 93.730. Looks like King Dollar's got a failure of an ABC structure on the way up. You're talking about this from September 8th till today. That was the first dead cat bounce that King Dollar got. And it looks like all we've actually done is set up a much larger ABC structure down to 88. The euro is at 118 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 113 and almost a half to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. You might as well have a flat market, folks. If you look at the cash, what you're going to see, we had the S&P reject lower price today at 25.66. You're at 25.78. Bottom line, we've been at the same spot up here since the 27th of October. Dow Industrial, same type of setup in the Dow. Dow at one point today was at a low of 23,271. And that would have been down, of course, 160 points. And bottom line, the Dow is only down 30 points. Rejected lower price also. NDX 100, same type of setup inside the NDX. NDX right now rejected the 62.63. You close 30 points higher. We are down 22. If we take a look at the 3 Qs, we have, this will be interesting. Okay, so the 3 Qs did have an expansion of volume as we got down into the 152.57. So you can get back there. That's the bottom line. But when you look at this market really is a flat market once again. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract, the bulls and bears are fighting like crazy, folks. Last Friday, okay, had a monster trade, 11 o'clock in the morning. Last Friday at 10 past 11 in the morning, you had a $5 billion sell down. Guess what? The market was strong enough to accept it, take it, spit it right back out. At 3 o'clock this morning, we had an additional $2 billion trade. Guess what? Did the same thing. Market got down to a price point of $12.69. And then what you had, folks, at 10 o'clock this morning, you had a 3.5 million ounce buy that sent the gold contract up 10. So you can see the monsters are out here fighting hand and fist. 10-year note. What do we have with the note? 10-year note, I want to see another tick. That's the bottom line. We got down to a low of 124.16. We closed at, look at 124.24. We did it. How about that? Hey, I like that. Okay. Bottom line, that's a rejection of the highs, of the lows. And you're talking about we did 1.1 million contracts versus 2 million. If we take a look at the so that's saying that 10-year note wants topside once again. We take a look at the 30-year. 30-year bottom line was telling us that that's what it wanted to do. For the 30-year, didn't get even close to the highs of the lows. 30-year got to a price point yesterday of 152.01. That number would have been 151.22, which is 22 ticks lower. It takes off topside again. This 30-year is set up nice, man. This 30-year is set up that it not only wants the swing point, which was established last week, of 154.26, but it actually had broken the downtrend going all the way back to October 12th. So that's saying the 30-year actually wants 158.09. That's a good number. That's a big number. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? King dollar, folks, bottom line came down and came down hard. We've done 27,000 contracts. You're at 93,735. What King dollar did is that it broke the uptrend that has been in place and broke it with wide price spread and accelerated volume. That's a break with conviction. The break we're talking about is from September 8th. So bottom line, that is game once again. And what is also game is 88. 88 is the high of the 2008 and 2010 levels. BZH, Biza Homes just come out with numbers. Biza closed at a price point of 21.56. It's trading 22.26. This, you can see, is already confirmed ABC structure on the way up. You're talking about a 25 price projection. We're at the 22.26 right now. This took out a B point today, took it out with volume, had 817,000 shares traded. It was going into 393. Numbers, let's see what they say number-wise. Okay, so the estimate was $640 million. They made $673. Big number. Earnings per share was $1.03. New home deliveries 1,900. Backlog is $665 million. That's a big black backlog. That's a full 30-day, 90-day backlog. Cash and cash equivalents, $292 million. The thing that's cool about this, folks, this is one of the weakest home builders. You know, this one here, when you take a look at this, you're going to see you bring this back. They made a crucial mistake in the downdraft. They didn't sell any of their land, and you're going to see their high out there was $410 in 06, and you're at $21. And if you want to see the correlation and the difference of really moving things and moving them quickly and taking the stop losses, if you go over to Lennar, what you're going to see, Lennar's high was $68, and we're at $58 already. What that's all about is that Lennar sold their land on the way down, thought they were taking a loss. Guess what? They took that loss, but then they came back in a year and a half later and bought it much lower. Stay right there, folks. Coming right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished down 30. NASDAQ off 19. S&P's off 4.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, as we do each Tuesday and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, Andy's got a great show right here every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Now, no matter where you are in the country, folks, you can just go to our website on your cell phone. You just go to our website at TFNN.com. You hit on the right, you'll hit Tiger TV, and as you hit Tiger TV, bottom line, you're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Now, when you're coming over to TFNN, what you're also going to see right on the front page is that tomorrow night, our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento and John Jameson, they're going to be doing a subscriber event, and that is the hidden secrets behind trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. You got to love it. Bitcoin out here, folks, you talk about volatility. That got volatility in spades. When we take a look at from the highs and the lows from today to yesterday, it's pretty amazing. The low of yesterday out here was at a price point of 5,600. You're at 6,600 right now. Pretty amazing. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing okay. I switched over my systems from PC to Mac.
Yeah.
So
good luck with that.
It's been an adventure.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, that's always an adventure. But markets
so the Mac
Oh.
looks like you get a better tan.
I don't have a tan. It's about it's freezing here actually. It's been cold.
You're looking pretty good.
Cold.
See what the Macs must have done. They must have make everyone look better or something.
Must be the makeup artist. Must be the makeup artist. But you know we're getting there. We're getting there.
Cool, man.
You know it's big process. Market's interesting today, as you rightly said. The dollar really kind of hit the skids here.
Yeah.
Looking pretty ugly, but interesting, Tom. The commodities, they're just not. It's kind of a big down day on commodities.
It's heavy, I know, man.
We got crude oil peeling down here, $1 and change.
It's really unusual having the dollar down. And look at it, you put those commodities up, and they're almost all red.
Right, you got copper down. Well, the only one that is up is the gold market.
Yeah,
and
just barely.
Yeah. It's really not up what you would think it should be up, with the dollar index down 653 points.
Well, you can see, between Friday and last night, man, there's a seller in gold. And the real question is going to be how many more times do they come back, and are they going to be able to break its back,
Right. It's interesting. I mean, we're going to have a lot of volatility. Stocks also, volatility. This is off of what's going on in Washington, D.C. with the tax reform deal. And who knows what's going to come out, if anything, from these congressmen and senators.
Well, you figure that something's going to come out. I mean, I don't think it's going to be tax reform. It's going to be a tax break. I mean, the bottom line is the corporations are going to basically get away with murder. But that's life in the city, man. Do you know?
Par for the course, but that's what the stock market wants, and now it's basically stalling here a little bit. I wonder if it'll be a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of situation.
I would love to say yes, Andy, but the bottom line is that each and every day, this market goes out and goes to Sherwin-Williams and buys that green paint, man.
Right. Is that this is true. Hey, today the dollar move is based on German economic numbers. There were really good numbers out of Germany on economic growth. So, that's really boosting the euro up there. And sooner rather than later, our pal Mario Draghi is going to have to start raising interest rates from negative 40 basis points. And at that point, he'll also start announcing a schedule to taper down quantitative easing. And that could launch the euro. That's what launched the dollar back in 2015, 2014. And I don't think it's that the dollar is so weak here. It's really that the euro is very strong.
Yeah, and that's all that matters. I mean, that's how that index is set up. That index is all about, what 60% of it's the euro dollar. So that's the number. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So looking at these other commodities, crude oil. Listen, I was worried about it last week, the week before, up around $57 a barrel. I still think $50 is kind of a sweet spot here. It's the price where consumers and producers are both happy. It's kind of a compromise price. Half the price of 2014, double the price of February 2016. What I'm seeing here in crack spreads, they are holding up kind of nicely here. You still have the gasoline crack up over $18, which is very strong for this time of the year. You got the heating oil crack over $24, also pretty strong. Natural gas coming down, but let's talk about natural gas here for a minute, Tom, because natural gas has a gap on the charts.
Okay.
On the daily and on the weekly chart, that was just below $3, $299.80.
There it
up
is.
to 305.10, and these gaps love to get filled.
Right.
And
Right.
I think that this is kind of healthy. I would like to see it fill that gap in. The expectations for Thursday's number out of the EIA, actually, I'm seeing some people who are predicting a withdrawal.
That would be early for a withdrawal, wouldn't it?
Would be 1 week early compared to the last 2 years.
Okay, 1 week's not that much. I mean, because it was a big cold spell across the country the last few days. So
yes, but more important than that, we'll go in with under 3.8 trillion cubic feet of inventories and storage, and that's low, Tom. That's very low, lowest in 3 years. The last time we had something like this, a number like this, I think we went into 2013 with 3.834, and then it was a very cold winter, and the price went to $650.
Wow. $650.
So,
that sounds like it's $1 million, right? I mean, isn't that funny? That sounds so far away, but yeah.
It's so far away. But $4 is definitely a way to it's definitely a possibility for.
Oh, listen, when I was saying $6. Listen, I've traded it enough. Folks, I think the last run was $22, wasn't it? It was like insane, right? I want to put a continuous contractor, because I remember that when I was trading it, the margin was 10,000.
Yeah. Oh,
so that was $15, I guess. $15.
It's enormous.
That was
yeah.
It's enormous. And now, what is the margin now? Let's
see the margin. I can look that up.
It's cheap money.
I don't have it right here.
Yeah, I got it. But it's cheap money. It's it's 49. Well, it's half of that now, 4,900. So that's that. Oh no, I get the wrong one. Hold on 1 second.
It's got to be less because it's less than 10%.
It's definitely it's
2,700 something.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So that's usually the margins between 5 and 10%.
Yeah, it's $2,000. $2,000.
$2,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The only margin that's going to be over 10% is Bitcoin margin.
Yeah.
That's going to be. That's a crazy market. I mean, this is. I can't believe that the CME is going to put out cash settled futures on this thing.
Why not, though? I got, all the CME is a vehicle to trade. I mean,
I understand.
We're in a big casino. This is a real casino. More products
Cash settled futures, big mistake. Lots of manipulation. You're much better off putting out.
They don't care about manipulation, man. Why do you think they care about manipulation?
Their regulator does.
Why?
Why?
All those regulators are traders on the floor.
The CFTC believes it.
Stay right there. Andy and I come right back, folks. Dow finished down 30, NASDAQ off 19, S&P's off 4. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank Bank is a member, FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Mr. Andy Hecht, we are talking commodities, and as we're talking commodities, we got to see this. I want to see this. So IBM, folks, is trading 148.89. And what you're going to see out here, oh, this is intriguing. So you had a gap up on IBM. That was October 17th. Gaps up to 162. You're at 148. And I expect what you're going to see out here, this is trading down another 50 cents. And what this is all about, all the 13F filings are coming out. And Warren Buffett, he is moving this stake out. He just reduced his stake an additional 32%. In the third quarter, and he pushed out, he had held 37 million shares. This is pretty wild, man. Let me just look at this for a second, Andy.
Sure.
Let's see where he stands now. There he is right there. So look at that. So what we don't know is this, folks. What happens is these are always 45 days late. 17 million shares were sold. He had 37 million left. Man, he could have sold another 17 million on a heartbeat, man.
No problem. Not in this market, no problem.
No doubt. No doubt. Hey, let's just take a quick, let's take a call, Andy. We got Al from Tampa. Hey, Al, what's going on?
Not much, Tom. I went ahead and got into stock today, BUFF, and I just wanted to have you take a look at it.
We got into, it's Blue Buffalo Pet Products. Now, this is a high-end pet product supplier, folks. The low out here is 21. The high is 29. They are trading right now at 28.34. And so, let's see. So you're going for, what are you going for, this 29.44, the top of the range? Is that what you're doing?
Well, there's resistance at 29.07, so I put a sale order on that. And I got in at 28.51 today. So if it breaks up on top, I'll get back in. And
okay. So let me just look at this. So you got 15, 27, $12 gets you 33. Okay, so this is like, you have, when this broke topside, you almost got like a small ABC up to 33. What I
Right.
don't like is that that downdraft last week is dangerous, man. That's where you got to just take just don't hang around too long. It didn't break a swing point when it came down to that 25, but
Can you look at another one, Groupon's, GRPN? I went ahead and got out of that. It had a good profit from $4.05 up to $5.52.
Yeah, just let that come back to 484, right? That's what it looks like it wants to do.
Well, I look at it, it's going to come back to 467. What do you think?
That's all right too. Yeah, the bottom of the range is, the 449, 456. I see that. 460. Yeah, I mean that is somewhere in there is the bottom, no doubt. Well, the bottom where it broke topside from. Let's put it that way.
Right. Then it'd be a good place to get in and put a stop underneath it.
Totally. Cooking,
Okay.
brother.
Thank you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And, folks, as we come back to our man, Mr. Andy Heck, now, as you come over to our website at TFNN, we got a lot of action over at TFNN right now, folks. What we also have going on is we have the Salvation Army Tiger Dollar Special. So we do this every year. This has really worked out really well. We give a 25% bonus on the amount of Tiger dollars that you buy. If you buy 500, bottom line is that you're going to end up with 650. You buy 1,000, you're going to end up with 1,250. What we also do is that we give anything less than $1,000. We give a 5% donation to Salvation Army. That's in your name. They send you the tax-deductible receipt. If it's $1,000 or more, we give them 10% in your name. They also send you the tax-deductible receipt. Now, as you're doing that, one of the reasons I'm bringing this up, of course, is that what ends up happening is that this is good on all products at TFNN, no expiration date, totally transferable. And as you come down, you're going to see our man, Mr. Andy Heck. And Andy's got an amazing deal going on. We've been doing this for a few months. And if you want to understand options upside down, folks, okay, this is a great way that you can get Andy's newsletter, get the Tiger dollars, save some good money, and get an education that's beyond belief. Because what happens is that when you get either one of Andy's newsletters, whether it's the Essential Equities, which is his daily, or the Technometer Commodity Report, which is his weekly, you're going to get, as long as you keep it for the year, you'll get all 12 lessons. September, October, it started in September. As soon as you sign up, you get the lessons right there and then. So it's pretty cool. Okay, brother. So where we? Oh, hey, 4:30. Let's see. Right? Is it 4:30? Yeah. Let's see if we got any API numbers out here. They're always late on these APIs, folks. But we got to see where this was. Okay. So oil. Where is she? Come on, baby.
Put the oil chart up.
There we go. Okay. So. Okay. Okay, thus far, crude inventory rose 6.5 million barrels. We don't have the rest of the numbers, but you get a rise. That's a pretty good rise, isn't it?
That's a pretty good rise. Yeah, that's probably more than expected, no question. And the market kind of anticipated it. Down $1.43. I think hey, we can go back down and test this $50 level. But the one thing that's hanging against it, Tom, is this dollar.
Yeah, right. Well, I think it's what it seems like pushing it around today was Russia basically hesitating on extending that agreement.
They're not gonna. They're gonna extend the agreement, but you're gonna get a lot of speculation between now and November 30th about this OPEC meeting.
Right. So what the agreement, folks, is that November 30th. The agreement would be that they keep the production down for an additional year. That's what this is about. So,
well, it's actually 3 quarters because it's scheduled to go through the end of the first quarter 2018.
Okay.
And Russia and the Saudis have been talking about extending it to the end of the year.
Okay, cool.
But the Saudis need to. They're going to do an IPO of Aramco. The last thing they want to do is throw a time bomb, a bearish time bomb into the oil market now.
Right. There's no doubt. Right.
Right. So, by the way, neither does Putin.
Yeah. Well, he needs the bread, man. That's the bottom
Right.
line. Yeah.
He
right.
needs a lot of bread, no question. So the devil will be in the details on the API report when we find out what gasoline and distillates did. But I have a feeling that there's probably some good builds over there too. 6.5 million barrels is a pretty big number, pretty hefty number.
Right.
It's the biggest build we've seen in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Just looking around at some of the other commodities, grains under pressure after last week's WASDE report, Tom.
Okay.
Continue to be problematic for the beans and for the corn. Beans kind of dropped 3 out of the last 4 days. The corn made a new low and not looking that healthy. But the wheat is hanging in there because the USDA did lower their expectations in terms of the total wheat crop. And the last report was so bearish that, it couldn't have gotten much more bearish.
Yeah, and you know what I heard is that now Russia is the biggest exporter of wheat. That's pretty wild.
Well, it's a year-to-year thing. It depends on weather, but that is true.
Yeah, I got these numbers. So I know you gotta be yapping in a few more minutes, so I'll let you go. But gasoline up 2.4 million barrels, distillates down 2.53.
Seasonal. Have a great one, Tom.
Okay, man. Look forward to the show in 20 minutes,
buddy.
Andy. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Basil Chapman has just announced a special subscriber event taking place Monday, November 20th from 5 till 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What can you anticipate for 2018? In this 90-minute webinar for subscribers to Basil's daily trading newsletter, The Opening Call, he will be discussing a variety of topics for the coming year, including, can high techs continue to lead? Will the financials be affected by yields, and where will yields be in 2018? The chances for inflation or deflation? What stocks could be affected or weakened in the coming year, as well as Basil's long-term outlook for the dollar and gold, as well as many other topics. For all the details and to sign up for a 30-day free trial to The Opening Call, visit the front page of TFNN.com today. With nothing to risk, this is a great time to try out Basil's daily trading newsletter. Sign up today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go just take a look at that oil market for a second, see what it's done to it. Yeah, it's brought it down slightly, but not as much as you think it could. So that's going to be interesting watching this whole thing shake out. We go back to IBM for a second. So IBM, folks, right now is trading 148.89. That closed at 148.89. It's trading down 30 cents. That's not a whole bunch. Let's go take a look at the ownership aspect of it, because that 13F came across, and that was saying that Berkshire Hathaway continues to sell. So the largest buys in IBM for the quarter ending September 30th, JP Morgan bought 2.8 million. D.E. Shaw bought 1.8. BlackRock bought 1.2. Now, the BlackRock deal, though, that's the ETF structure, so you really can't pay much attention to that. Now, that's the buys. On the sell side, you get some monster sellers, and they're continual. You have Berkshire Hathaway had two different positions. They closed out one of them totally in June. The second one, where they still own 4% of the company, they sold 17 million shares as of September 30th. They have 37 million left. Let's see. Capital Group, this is a big number. That's American funds out in California. It's a big, not only a big group, they normally do pretty good. They sold 2.7 million shares. They have 9.5 left. Renaissance Technologies, that's a trading firm, but bottom line, you got to watch them, because that is the most successful company in the stock market, folks, that you never hear about. It's Renaissance Technologies. They sold 1.6 million. They have 1.1 left. And as I said, it doesn't mean that they have them left now, because you don't get the selling that was done from the October 1st till now. The way this works, each and every quarter, they have to file what they bought and what they sold. But it gives you a huge indication when you've watched these folks over the course of years, or that you're watching a large operator. And a large operator in the equity would have to do with just a large fund, or a trust fund, an equity fund, a mutual fund, all of the above. So bottom line is that that is what's happening inside the IBM deal. And let's go over to Google, because what we have in Google, Google's also in play here. So let me see. First I'll do the buys. You had Janus Henderson. That would be, they bought 2.8 million shares. No, sorry. Wellington Management. Okay, so Wellington came in more. They bought 993,000 shares. Now they own almost 1% of Google. Let's see if we get any large sells in there. No. Well, you get Fidelity. Fidelity was a seller. That's going to be dangerous for Google when Fidelity's a seller. They sold a small amount. Well, when I say a small amount, you get a $1,000 stock. They sold 582,000. So they took down some bread, no doubt. You have the state of Wisconsin. They basically sold out. Not sold out. Well, they sold 272,000 shares. They have 72,000 left. Morgan Stanley sold 195,000. That wasn't a huge amount. State Street sold 184,000. That's not a large amount. Nothing extraordinary. Facebook, let's go to Facebook and see what we have inside Facebook. So the buys, do the buys first. Okay. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. Wow. So I'm glad I brought this up. So let's check this out. Mark Zuckerberg bought 10 million shares. Holy cow. He bought 10 million shares November 7th. That's pretty intense. Now, under his own name, he has 12 million shares now. You know, he's got other shares in a trust that are monsters, but this is let me just pull this up. That's intriguing, man. Yeah. Mark Elliott Zuckerberg. Okay, so we'll see where that's going. Let me close this. Bank of America bought 3.6 million. Vanguard, that's going to be an ETF. Let's see who was sellers, if in fact, well, you got some sellers. Morgan Stanley was a seller, 3.5 million. Jan Koum was a seller. Now that's a big seller. So as Mark Zuckerberg was buying, he was selling, or she was selling, one or the other. State Street was a seller. Two Sigma was a seller. Fidelity was a seller. Fidelity owns a large position. Fidelity owns 5.4% of it, which is one big number, no doubt. Let's see. So where else? We got Facebook. You got Google. TW. Let's see. We got Twitter. Let's see what's. See what's going on inside Twitter. Okay, so buyers, Katu Management. They're a buyer. Well, this is interesting. So they just come in. They just bought 7.8 million shares. You had Northern Trust come in and buy 3.6. They had already fed 5 million. Let's see who the sellers were. Morgan Stanley's a seller in the space, 2.5 million. They sold 10% of their position. Oh, look at this. Renaissance Technology sold everything. 2.4 million. They sold out. Another capital company sold out 2 million shares. You had SG American Securities. They sold 1.6 million. Mass Mutual sold 1.5 million. Excuse me, folks. So we had some action out here, and there'll be a lot more action. So what does happen out here as all these 13 Fs get filed, folks? You know, of course, other large funds are looking at it. They're saying, okay, what are they doing? What am I doing? And how is this baby set up? Oh, let's go to GE. That's what we want to do. Because we're going to see, folks, the amount of people that sold out in GE. And it's going to be, now, it doesn't mean that they were sold out this last quarter. But what you had with GE hit a low today of 1746. You're at 1790. Now, this one's going to be really intriguing because if we bring this back, so watch this. I'm going to bring this back to September 30th. And September 30th, this is pretty cool. GE was selling at September 29th, because it must have been a sad day. Okay, $24, 24 bucks. That's good to know. Okay, so $24. We're at, let's call it 18 now. So that's $6 ago. And now let's see who we're unloading before that point. This is going to be a big number. Oh, look at Vanguard. Vanguard was buying. Oh, my God. BlackRock was buying. That's an ETF, though. That's not the end of the world. Capital Group was buying. Oh, they're going to get smoked. Bank of America was buying. Sellers out here. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Fidelity's a seller. Good for them. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pezzavento and John Jameson are teaming up for a live hour-long webinar Wednesday, November 15th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, titled The Hidden Secrets Behind Trading and Investing in Cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are some of the most volatile trading markets in the world right now, and this is a webinar that you will not want to miss. In this live 60-minute webinar, John and Larry will discuss a variety of topics, including where cryptocurrencies trade and how to get started, how to recognize supply and demand in cryptocurrencies, and the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and why knowing this one piece of information puts you in the top 1% of cryptocurrency traders, as well as many more topics. Visit the front page of TFNN.com for all the information and to sign up today for Fibonacci 24/7, and we'll see you Wednesday, November 15th for the hidden secrets behind trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking about the 13F filings, and they come out 45 days after the quarter, and they get to you explain what the funds have bought and sold. We're on GE right now, and this is pretty cool. Berkshire Hathaway, they sold just their whole position, really. They sold 8.4 million shares, only have 161,000 left as of October 1st. More than likely, they moved those out. So that's a big number. That in itself, just 8 times 6 is a 40. It's like that's like 50 million. You had Epic Investment. They also sold out totally 7.7 million. You had Sanders Capital. They sold out 4.9 million. Fidelity. Fidelity is a big seller. Fidelity sold 1/4 of their position as of September 30th. More than likely what you're seeing here, Fidelity's probably still selling down, because this position here, as of the 30th, they had sold 30 million shares. They have 96 million left. Bottom line, you know, over the course of the years watching Fidelity, once they start selling a position, Fidelity is heaven when they're coming into your company, and it's hell when they're coming out of your company. And bottom line, just the last 2 days, it's pretty incredible when you take a look at it. You're talking about volume. Yesterday of 261 million. Today you get volume of 311 million. You know, my take is that this is going after the high volume low, the high of that low, which is 1135. Now, it took a year to get from 33 to 22. It's only taken, you know, basically a few 24. Yeah, it's taken all of 3 weeks to get from 24 down to 1746. So bottom line, you're going to see a traction down into this number. The real question is going to be, as we get into that number, is the volume going to be higher, or are you going to get a rejection of price at those lower levels? We'll find out. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Andy Hex coming up next. Don't forget about the Tiger Dollars. You can check it out. You want to make 25% on your money, quickest way to do it. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here. Have a great night, safe night. Stay right there. I'm Mr. Andy Hex coming right up. Wow! Go get him, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.